Alright, what's going on, everybody? Dalton the Salt and the Sway here, coming at you with another video talking about my stock portfolios. Alright, I'm definitely not a financial advisor. I'm just vlogging about my journey in the stock market and growing my portfolios. Maybe you find out about a stock or two that interests you, alright? Maybe you lose all your money. I don't know.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Alright, don't listen to me. This is just a documentary about my life. If you guys are new to the channel, do everything you can to support it. You know, like, subscribe, click stuff on here, comment on the videos. Looking back on my past videos talking about the stock market, I talked about how I doubled my money on my Webull account, and then I talked about how my Robinhood account did in 2020. All right, both accounts I started in 2020. This one I already doubled, and if you haven't watched this video, you can check it out. It's pretty interesting because Robinhood kind of put together a little presentation showing my activity on Robinhood that year. So definitely check those videos out. On my Webull video, I mentioned how I had 11 subscribers on the channel. Now we're at 30. We doubled that. All right, we triple in the account on Webull. Now today, I'm going back to the Robinhood portfolio. All right, and I'm gonna go over these stocks. In the last video, I just kind of scrolled through all of these and didn't really explain any of them. All right, so this time I'm gonna try to quickly glance over them and kind of explain to you why I put them in my portfolio, mainly just to see where I'm at now and to look over this 20 years from now and to laugh at it. All right, that's my goal here. So as you can see, there's $15,500 in the account.
You see that bamboo behind me though? You see that bamboo? Ain't nothing like bamboo. Bless up.
All right, when I made this Robinhood 2020 recap video, I made this 3 weeks ago, and 3 weeks ago the account was at $13,636. I have not put any more money into this account. It is just up another $2,000 in 3 weeks. All right, you can see the activity the past 3 months here.
Getting all the bags here, all the money, get it all in French.
That's some good direction. That's solid. At the yearly here, as you can see, I didn't have anything really invested here. I actually had one share that Robinhood gave to me for free. I believe it was Sprint, and it actually, Sprint got bought out by T-Mobile, so then right around here they just gave me cash for it. It was like 20 bucks or something, I don't know. And then I started putting money in, and keep in mind this is May. All right, in March we had that crazy dip, and I'm gonna go over that in a minute, but I tried to get money into my accounts to get the account started. It took me a whole month just to get the account started, and then I started taking off from there. So that's the hardest part, is just getting started. That whole month I could have made so much more money, but what are you gonna do? Getting started here, we got S&P Global. All right, the global market. All right, this is kind of a cool one to look at. I always have this one right at the top because you can see what the global market has done the past 5 years. All right, and obviously it's just gone up, and you can really see that dip out here in March. All right, when the super bad flu, everything shut down. All right, that's what happened to the stock market. All right, it pretty much leveled out with it what it was a year ago. All right, but look how fast it just evened out, went back to normal, went back on its normal trajectory. Now what's interesting is the past couple months here, maybe since October, it's been kind of coming back down a little bit, chilling back out. All right, so is it gonna kind of bounce back up to this level here of growth like it was before? I mean, I don't think we're going to go back down to here when everything was shut down. All right, but a lot of countries are still experiencing shutdowns, and a lot of craziness is going on. You know what I mean? So this is all a gamble. Speaking of gambles, I've already lost money on this investment. I haven't even owned a whole share of this yet. You can own partial shares on Robinhood, so I wanted to own partial shares of a lot of things to really diversify the account. That way I didn't just get crushed on one thing. You know, don't keep your all your eggs in one basket, the old saying, right? So I only have like 150 bucks in here. I paid 155.98 so far at an average cost of 337.63. And now my $155.98 has turned into $145.79. All right, so this right here might scare you to get in the stock market right away. You're like, geez, you know what I mean? Look at the global market, it's going back down. Or you might be thinking it's going down because this went crazy with all these stimuluses and things that are going on. Now we're going to go back to like a normal level where there's all this fake money. We're going to see inflation, yeah, but that's still, hopefully we can still beat inflation. That's what we're trying to do here with this account. So, two ways to look at things. I don't know. You're going to have to do your own diligence and figure out what to invest in, okay? So that's the S&P Global. I lost money on that one, all right? The next couple stocks here, these are all gold stocks, all right? And I just wanted to own a bunch of shares of gold stocks just to diversify the portfolio and to kind of keep an eye on it, where it's going, all right? My one share of gold is up 10 bucks. Barrick, okay, so some of these are like gold mining companies. I kind of have these sorted on the top here as a lot of my top returners. So we'll just start right off with the good stuff, all right? And right now, this number that's plus, that, I guess I didn't explain that this is how much money I'm up on these specific stocks. All right, so it's not saying how much I invested. You know, I own one share. My one share is up $8.95 from where I bought it. I own 1.01 shares of this one, and it's down a little bit. All right, so this isn't like cash. This is just the money that they are down. So right now, my 5.18 shares of Tesla are up $3,300. All right, this is definitely my biggest winner. I'm very, very bullish on Tesla. I love the company. I love Elon Musk and everything he's doing with his companies.
That's beautiful.
Is this company worth this kind of money right now? Some people will argue no. Some people will say yes. The really crazy thing that happened was I own one share of Tesla at about $1,000. This is going to be a little inaccurate. It says $1,200, but I'll get to that later. About a share at about $900 or $1,000. And then since then, I did invest a little more. That's why, where's it at? It'll say I own 5.18 shares. I don't know where that's at, but that's why this is up a little higher. This is also up a little higher because those 0.18 shares, I tried to sell it when it was high and buy back when it was low, but look what it did. It just shot up. It just didn't stop. It just kept going, and so the couple times I tried that was just a waste, and I just put the money back in. I was like, why did I do that?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I was like, Tesla, take it back, Tesla. Just take it back. You can have your money. I tried to make a couple extra bucks. Just take it back. So I'm just going to keep putting money into this. I'm bullish on it. They're going to be doing big things. They just keep making bigger factories, putting out more cars, taking more market share.
And I'm just helping you invest in your future, my friend.
It sounds like a get-rich-quick scheme.
Yes, thank you. You will get rich quick. We all will.
I know they might not be worth this much now. Maybe you can say that this valuation is maybe something 2 or 3 years down the road, and people are just getting their money in now. Sure, we could talk about that. Or we can talk about how their self-driving technology is better than anybody else in the world. So they do have competitors, though. You know, Lucid Motors are people that worked for Tesla, and they're trying to make a competitor to Tesla. All right, they're ex-Tesla employees, right? Anyways, I don't want to get too deep into each one of these. I just want to really kind of quickly glance over them. Tesla, though, that's the biggest winner. My one share has just gone up. Oh, the one thing I want to bring up with Tesla is it had a stock split, so that's why I have 5 shares now. My 1 share turned into 5 shares at about $2.43 a piece, and my 5 shares at $2.43 are now each worth $885 a piece. All right, so each share is up like $600.
Pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Like, wow, man, that is unbelievable. So that's where this $3,000 comes from. Square stock. All right, these guys are awesome. I own 4.2 shares of them, and it's up $500. I've just been slowly adding to them. They're kind of like one of the leaders in financial exchange when we're talking in like the small business world, right? They got those little square readers for the phones, and they have a lot of data on small businesses, all right? So now they could be selling some data maybe. They're also just getting into the crypto industry. So now they're in this financial world and the crypto and the small businesses. So they're a very interesting company. I'm just going to keep sticking into them for sure. FUV. All right, what a killer FUV is, all right? I'm so bullish on these guys. I did not know it was going to go up like this. I own a lot of these in my Webull account as well. I'm going to go over that again as well. But, geez, these guys, I bought them at an average of $5.95. I've been slowly buying them since they were like $2 and bought some when they were at $6, $7. And then it just like, I don't know, right around here, like it went from 6 to boom, 17, and then it chilled out. But then it's been slowly going back up, and then it got fiery again at $23. My $5.95s were tripling, quadrupling, you know. I don't know if it's going to chill out again. These guys make 3-wheel electric vehicles, all right, and they've been on the stock market since 2017, and they are just now getting their product out there. So this whole time, this has all just been hearsay. This is our company. This is what we want to do. And now they're finally getting their products out. And look what's going on. Boom. Their stock is just going up. Not to mention the whole electric vehicle industry is just, it has people's attention because that seems to be the new wave, right? That's where we're going in a society. California just announced all cars will be electric by 2035. All right. How crazy is that? So, very interesting stuff here. I'm pretty bullish on the electric vehicle industry. We got some Apple, 4 shares of Apple. We had 1 share, and then that Apple also had a stock split when I owned it, and the 1 share turned into 4 shares, and now those 4 shares are totaling a positive $196. Let's go, Apple. I mean, I might buy a few more. Why not? A lot of times companies will do these stock splits because before the stock was at $1,000, now it's down to, when they split it up, now it's $142. So if you're new to the stock market, you want to buy a share of Apple, you're like, of course I want Apple. Apple's great. It's only $142. You don't know why it's that low, but you love Apple, you're gonna buy it, right? It also means that people can options trade this, and options trading means you're gonna be trading at least 100 shares at a time. So if you want to options trade, you're gonna have to buy 100 shares probably, so you need some cash to do that kind of trading. So if the share price is low, you can maybe get into some options trading with Apple. So there's a lot of reasons why companies want to do those stock splits. Enphase, look at this, up 100. My 1 share is up $156. All right, these guys develop microinverter systems for the solar photovoltaic industry. All right, so I'm very bullish on sustainable energy, and for my college internship, I sold and installed solar panels. All right, so when I read over this, I bought into this thing when it was at $52. And it was really funny is because I got into this, and I think I bought like maybe 2 shares or something, and I sold a share. And geez, look what happened. Luckily I held on to one, and it just quadrupled. I mean, this is wild. Literally this past couple months, it just quadrupled. I'm very, very bullish in the new wave of the solar and electric vehicles and sustainable energy fields. We got 1 share of Etsy. That's up $100 since I got into it. All right, like I said, I only got into these in May, and these are all just my top earners. But my I've never even gone on Etsy, but my girlfriend is on Etsy all the time. All right, that's like one of her favorite apps. So I bought a share, and what's funny is I actually got her to start a portfolio, and I think she might even bought like 2 or 3 shares of this, and they just went crazy. She didn't buy it as early as I did, but still, like, she liked the company more than I did. AMD, all right, these guys are one of the leaders in the computer chip industry. All right, we got AMD, and there's like Intel. There's more of those down here, but I own 2 shares of that. That's up $78. A lot of people like to try to get into like buying and selling stocks with AMD because AMD kind of has a good record of slowly going up, but there's a good record up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So people try to catch those waves. I, however, on this account, am mainly just trying to grow it and diversify it. I have done some trades on this account, but lately I've just been slowly adding to it. Spotify, I only own 4.47. I only own a half a share, and my half a share is up. As I'm slowly depositing money in, and I'm slowly just buying a tiny bit more of these stocks here and there. It's called dollar cost averaging. You're slowly averaging your share price. Hopefully you get a little bit cheap, and then you get a little bit more when it's in the middle. Maybe you get a little bit some when it's high. You just kind of average it out. Upwork, all right. My 3 shares of Upwork are up $90. Roku, 0.3 shares of Roku up $90. All right, you don't even have to own a full share of something. Robinhood does require you to have a little bit of money in the account. I think I had to put like $500 in before they let me do partial shares. Or maybe I had to apply for it. It was something like that. If you guys don't know what Upwork is a way for businesses to hire people. All right, one of those new waves. And it's just been going up. All right, I was kind of into it. Amazon, I only own 0.07 shares of Amazon. It's up $30. 1 share of Amazon right now is worth $3,000. So I own $260 worth. I paid $229 for it, so I'll take it. But I've slowly just been putting like $5 of it at a time into Amazon because it's just such a big number. It's like daunting. I like some of these smaller ones where it's like, oh, I only have to put 20 more bucks into this and I got a full share of it, you know? Even though Amazon's just been going up and up, like, why not? Pinterest, another one that my girlfriend likes, I don't even use, but I bought a share of it because I know how much she uses it. Up $53. Let's go. ZS Scalar. This is an interesting one. This one is in the cloud computing industry, cloud-based internet. And I do own a couple of companies in the cloud industry because I really feel like that's just going to be the wave. Nobody's going to have hard drives anymore. Everybody's just going to have it. Somebody's going to own it or something. So I don't know. We'll see. I own a couple of them. And since I've owned it, it's just been going crazy. I've been trying to get a full share of it. And it just kept going up and up. One of these days we'll get it. Snapchat. If you guys haven't watched my Weeble video, all right, go check that one out because I kind of talk about Snapchat a little more in that one, all right? I'm going to skip that one. There's a good story about that. Make sure you check that video out.
You naughty, naughty. You teasing me, you naughty, naughty.
Facebook. I only own a half a share of Facebook. It's up $17. Eventually I'll own a full share of it. I don't know how crazy I'm going to go. A lot of people get the Facebook, the Google, the Amazon, the Apple, the Microsoft. Like sometimes they just buy nothing but these big ones because they just show constant growth. Here's NVIDIA. This is also another computer chip manufacturer. I only own 0.13 of them, but I definitely want to own a full share. They're just a little expensive. I'm just slowly adding to it. Microsoft, same thing, 0.79, and it's up. Sony, I only own 1 share of Sony. That one's up $30. Some of these shares, I'm kind of going over these quick, but some of these actually have dividends as well. So the dividends are slowly being reinvested, especially if I don't own a full share of it. If I own a full share, sometimes I put the dividends back into my money area over here. So this is dividend money right here. Some people will make fun of me for owning so many shares of stuff. I wanted to diversify, but here's one of the problems when you start buying so many. I don't remember where I read up on this thing and why I wanted to buy it, but it kept going up, so maybe I just kept adding to it. I'm not sure. All right. I'm getting to the point where I might have to start to scale this down a little bit, maybe sell a few things. That way I can concentrate more on the ones that are really profiting the most. So that might be my next stage in here. I'm going to put a video out soon about showing me buying some stocks live, so stay tuned for that. PayPal, I definitely want some more PayPal. I only own 0.39 and it's up $28. I wish I would have owned more of this sooner. They're just now starting to get into the crypto industry, so who knows what's going to happen. They're going to ride that wave with the cryptos, so let's go. eBay, I own 2 shares of eBay. I am a loyal seller and customer of eBay. I love those guys. I love them more than Amazon. I will even want to own more shares of it. It's up $20. They have a dividend. I love eBay. Let's go. Lowe's, own a half a share of 19. Home Depot, own 0.3. So you can kind of see like how this is really kind of diversified. A lot of just solid companies. Like these are just companies I like. I'm going to slowly own a full share of them. And once I own a full share, I don't know if I'm going to own multiple shares. Maybe I'll own multiple shares of the ones I like the most. We'll go from there. Workhorse is another electric vehicle company. Got a couple shares of them. You guys can do your own research. I'm just really bullish on companies that are going to be competing in that field. Who knows who's going to reign supreme here, right? Somebody could come up with some new technology. Who knows what could happen. Airbnb, talk about another disruptor here. They just got on the stock market. I bought like $15 worth of them, and it's up like $5. The stock's priced at like $180 or something. Yeah, 182. So I bought $15 when it was at $132. I definitely want to own a full share of this one. Who knows what's going to happen with it? Like I said, these guys are a disruptor. These guys are disrupting the hotel industry. They are stealing market share, right? So how successful will they be compared to their competitors? We'll see. There's some companies biting at the market share of Airbnb as well. Alibaba, I own 0.2 shares, up $5. Five9 is another cloud computing company. All right, Nintendo, I own 1 share of Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I might buy another 1 or 2 of these. It's up $10 already since the one I own, and I just bought this. This is probably my most recent share that I bought. I love them. They're working with the Pokemon company constantly, and I'm a pretty big Pokemon fan. Zynga, they provide games for phones. That's another industry you should look at a little bit, because a lot of games now are going to be on the phones. Powell, this is another stupid one we can talk about. This is one I literally bought by accident. I was listening to something like on YouTube, and I actually wanted to buy a stock of something else, but I think I clicked it wrong, and I just bought a share of this, and it's been down the whole time I've owned it. Now, literally not right now is the closest it's been to where I bought it from. When it goes back to its normal price, I'm probably just gonna sell this one, because like I said, I didn't even mean to buy it. Bought something too quickly without even really looking into it and realizing I had the wrong ticker symbol in there. So that was dumb. Got to slow down a little bit, but oh well. Illumin. Genetics. Illumin is in science and genetics. I don't have a whole lot of shares in the science and genetic world. Some people really get into that stuff, but I don't know a whole lot about it, so I kind of tend to stay out of it unless I hear something down the grapevine. This was probably just a random buy because I heard something about it, and haven't done anything with it. I actually think this was down for a long time. Things that were up, that's the ones I kind of kept adding to a lot of times. This one was just a one I just wanted to put in for some dividends, I believe. That was just a random one when I was just starting out, and I only was putting in like $20, and I was like, oh, can I buy some penny stocks with some good dividends, And I think that was just one that was like recommended or something. I definitely want to have a decent dividend portfolio. Momentum is an ETF, all right? So that's like something that's kind of conglomerating a bunch of companies. And I don't own a whole lot of ETFs. I just like this one. It had like a good dividend, I believe. Same thing with, there's a couple of these in here that are like that. Some of these like lesser known stocks, I believe I was just buying because they had some decent dividends and stuff. So I was trying to organize these, but I have so many, it's just ridiculous. But that's a real estate one. I have a ton more real estate stocks down below, so we'll go over that. GLW, I think that was another one that was recommended to me for $11.50. Smile Direct Club, bought 2 shares of that. That's up $11. That's actually the company I want to use to straighten my teeth out. They do the invisible aligners. I'm gonna order those and film the journey of that on my YouTube channel. So if you ever wanted to fix your teeth and you're looking up different companies, stay tuned for that. Grubhub, we got Uber. You know, these are some more disruptors. Disruptor in the taxi, disruptor in the food delivery field, I guess. And definitely pretty bullish on those. High Lion, that's another weird one that I got that one for free for referring somebody to Robinhood. So that's another reason why I really like Robinhood and Webull, because they usually have promotions going on where if you refer somebody, you get a free share. They just give you a free share for referring somebody, and the person that started the account usually gets a free share as well. So that's kind of cool. That's just one I got for free, and it says it's up $18, but that's actually the price of it right now. So that one's kind of deceiving. I don't have too many of those. I only have earned 1 or 2 free shares from Robinhood so far. I really haven't earned that many. Actually, no, it's 3. I've earned 3 so far. And so when it comes up on this chart here, it's just going to show a total positive value, even though that's what 1 share is valued at, $18. I own 1 share of NEO. You guys can see on my Webull portfolio, I bought one of those at like $15. Now it's up to like $59. On this account, I bought one at $44. A lot of people are bullish on this, saying this is going to go up to $120 by next year or the year or two. So I might even buy another share or 2 of that, just in the hopes that it doubles. Who knows? The company could go under, though, and you lose all your money. This is all a gamble, guys. A lot of people really are hating on NEO. You know, they're a competitor to Tesla, and they're saying that a lot of people won't like NEO. They're saying it's a hype company. You'll hear that a lot. There's a lot of hype companies. IDEX up $20. We got IDEX. That's another company dealing with the electric car industry. I should organize these a little better. I should put them a little closer. Kind of like these. These are all companies dealing with the MMJ industry. All right. I'm not going to go too deep into those because YouTube doesn't like us talking about that at the moment. So you guys can do your own research, but look at this. 3 shares of this one for $50. Let's go. All right, is Biden gonna legalize? We'll see. So moving on from those, we got some in the airline industry. Jets is just kind of conglomerate of I think all of the airline industries. Then we got Boeing. You know, they make jets for the government and also all the other companies. United Airlines, I own 4 shares of them, mainly because my girlfriend's mother works there, so we want to support them. And they're also just a good company. We got Delta. All the airlines have been coming back slowly, even though they really took a hit, but I kind of bought in when they took a pretty big hit. MGM, you guys know those casinos, or I bought them when they took a hit. That was one of the first things I kind of got into. Every is another casino one. That's why I kind of put it by MGM. So Every's in the casino industry. I don't know if I'm going to own a ton of those, but what I'm kind of more interested in now is DraftKings. I don't know. I had a couple shares. I think I sold them, though. But I think I'm going to get back into DraftKings a little harder because that's going to be dealing in the online gambling, the sports betting world. And online sports betting is just starting to get legalized in a couple states. So if that gets legalized in the big ones, like the New Yorks and stuff, then we might have that stock blow up a little bit. So I want some more of those. Wynn Resorts, that's another casino. Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett, he's still alive and kicking. His company's still going, so maybe we'll own a full share of it while he's still on this earth. Sprout Social, that's been killing it. Gosh, I don't know why I haven't bought 2 full shares. I only won 1.7. This has been going great. I should be up at the top of the list now. AXP, this is American Express, up 16 bucks. Coca-Cola up 2 bucks. Disney up 11. These guys are definitely taking a hit, but they have their Disney Plus. That's kind of saving them right now. Twitter, I got 1 share of Twitter up $17. Starbucks own 0.3 up 8 bucks. All these, I want to own full shares of these someday. I'm just gonna keep adding to them. Shopify up 7 bucks. Cisco, they provide like food to schools and stuff. Own a share of them. They're up 13 bucks. They have a dividend. A lot of these have good dividends. That's why I wanted to own them. They're just solid companies. The Real up 11 bucks. Check them out. They're a company that's trying to make sure that when you buy products, you buy the authentic products. And I think they might even sell products too. The EA company, they make video games and stuff. They're very popular in the video game world. Adobe, they make software and products. Adobe's another solid company I want to own more shares of. Genus, a lot of people are saying they're going to be another competitor to Netflix, but it's going to be like a kids version of Netflix. They already own a bunch of cartoons. I think they also own the Pokemon cartoon, which is a reason why I bought a bunch of shares of them. They had a huge surge. I think I sold my shares, and then I bought back in when it seemed to die back down. Now it still went down a bit, so I don't know. We'll see if there's going to be another surge, and maybe they buy some more cartoons, maybe they make some more moves. We'll see. I think they own Sonic the Hedgehog. They own a couple cartoons. Visa, I want to share that up a bit. They got a dividend. Why not? Johnson & Johnson, almost own a half a share, up 10 bucks in that. AbbVie is in the biopharmaceutical world. That's another one that I'm not too adept in, so I'm probably going to be selling off a lot of like the pharmaceutical stuff. I'm just not, I don't enjoy researching that stuff. That's something I enjoy researching a lot of companies and getting into them and wanting to own them, but a lot of these pharmaceutical ones, they feel like a lot of pump and dumps and things like that. I don't really want to get into those. That's just me personally. Maybe you'll want to get into just the pharmaceutical stuff and you can make a killing. I bet you could. We got Activision, all right, they make video games and stuff like that. That's an awesome company. I definitely should own a full share of them. AT&T, own a share of them. Oh, they're down a little bit. Hasbro, almost own a full share, on 0.56. Up 10 bucks on that one. Procter & Gamble, up a little bit. I'd hardly own any of them. Bank of America, why not own the bank representing America, right? UAVS, this is another interesting one. I'm going to talk about more in my Weeble video that I'm going to put out, alright? So stay tuned for that. This one has been killing it. It's one I need to put a little more time into and look into it, why it's been just blowing up right now. So stay tuned for that Weeble video I'm going to put out, because that's one of the reasons why my Weeble account's going up right now. McDonald's, yeah, eventually I'm going to own a full share of McDonald's, alright? I don't know what the world's going to turn into, if they're going to get another store, something else is going to compete with them, but they're still one of the leaders in that fast food world. IBM, it's down a little bit. I hardly own any of it. I'm still probably going to own a full share of that eventually, but stuff like this is tough to want to invest in, because this is one of those situations where, geez, I could be putting my money into these other things like Tesla that's just blowing up. Why even own any of this IBM? So I need to really go through this portfolio and start to cut down on it. So I'll definitely put another video out in a month or two, kind of showing where the portfolio's at, and if I've done that, or if I've just gone back on my word, just bought more stuff. I own 3 shares of Panasonic, definitely a solid company, up 15 bucks. Beyond Meat, I own a little bit of them. They're up 17. I own some, and then they went down for a while. I should have bought some more. I'm probably just going to keep adding to this one until I own a full share, because they're slowly just creeping in and taking market cap. They're putting their fake meat into all this different fast food places, so very interesting to see them grow. CIDM, they make content in the movie and television industry. 3M, of course, they make tons of products. I need more of them. I only own 0.3. That one's up. Prudential, they're up. I need to own more of those. Domino's Pizza, down a little bit, but can't go wrong with some Domino's, right? Play. This is Dave & Buster's. This is one I got into when the stock market really took the crash, and I found out like these guys were just expanding like crazy, and then who's gonna go in when this whole super bad flu came in, right? So I love Dave & Buster's. I had faith in them that they were going to recover. I think I had more shares. I think I sold a few, but maybe I shouldn't have because it's just been killing it. CLDR is another cloud company, cloud storage. MasterCard, I need to get a full share of them eventually. Intel, got one share of that, up $1. Walmart and Waste Management, solid companies. I own one share of Waste Management, almost own a full share of Walmart, working on it. Qualcomm, up $20 on that one. I don't even own a full share of that one. CXW, that's actually a prison company. I just kind of bought them on a joke.
Got him! Got him!
DMLP, that's a mineral mining company. That should probably be up at the top at where those gold stocks are. Siri Radio, I actually got a free share of this. This is another one I got for free from the Robinhood, so I think it's actually valued at like $6. Let's double check on that with my theory here. Yeah, this is another one I got for free, so it's just going to show up as a profit in my portfolio. Now, moving on to these ones right here. I'm not going to go over these individually, but Robo going all the way down to like SKYY. These are all dealing like in the almost in this whole fourth industrial revolution. All right, what they're kind of ETFs. They kind of conglomerate a bunch of different companies in specific fields. Each one's different. Robo is going to be from the robotics industry. Each one of these is a little bit has their own specific way that they like to invest, but they're all kind of trying to figure out, leading technologies. So these are all print right here. This is in like the 3D printing world. Cloud, this is like cloud-based technologies. So definitely put some research into these ones. I want to own full shares of these, and I'm probably going to keep adding to these once I fill my portfolio out fully. Maybe even sooner. We'll see. Like, why would I want to put my money into some of those other ones that weren't making that much? These guys really put the research in and find the best companies to invest in. They're just trying to make money too. So that's another way to do it. Maybe you don't want to put the research in, then buy companies like this. All right, these companies are the ones that are gonna put the work in, actually figure out what companies are legit, instead of me who's just telling you I found out about it on YouTube and thought it was cool. The rest of these down here are going to be in more of the real estate stocks, all right? Some of these, like, they pay a dividend every month, which is awesome. And some of them are like every 3 or 4 months or something like that. I'm slowly trying to buy more of them that offer the best dividends. NAT, this is kind of an interesting one. That's one of my biggest losses right now, but when I first got onto the stock portfolio, I was trying to get into trading that one, and I actually made some money trading it. This says it's down. This also has one of the best dividends of all the stocks I own. They've given me at least, I don't know, $6-7 in dividends. So adding up both of those, I'm not really down on this. So I decided not to I'm just gonna keep it for now. But this is in an industry that I don't really want to support. NAT is in the oil tanking industry, and they have big old oil tanking boats. So what they do is they refuel boats. So it's definitely something that's needed now, but I want to hopefully invest more in those sustainable energies. Luckin Coffee was the one that I bought and sold and did bad on, and now it's doing great. I wish I would have kept them, but I talked about that previously. And Dare is another one I just heard about recently. I also own a little bit of Bitcoin on here, which I talked about before. You don't actually own Bitcoin, you own a derivative of it. So I'm actually thinking about selling this and actually putting that money towards real Bitcoin. So stay tuned for that later if I actually do that. Anyways, I just want to go over all of these stocks that are in the portfolio right now, just for my own viewing, to see where they're at, if I want to keep them or sell them in the future. Some of these are long-term holds, some of these are going to be short-term holds, and some of them should have been expired already. So I need to go through here and clean this up and really concentrate on the ones that are profiting the most. You know, why I definitely want to stay diversified, but I need to really figure out where the bulk of my money should be going. All right. So that's all I got for you on this Robinhood recap. All right. Another recap starting off 2021. We're already up. Let's see. It's 1 month. We're 1 month in 2021, and we're up $1,700. That's good. Let's do that. We're gonna use that growth, keep it going. Just to let you know, I've only put 8,200, something like that, into this account, and I want to do this video now because I'm about to put another like 2K into this account, so it'll be a $10,000 of my own money. So this $7,000 right here is what I'm up right now, and that is definitely worth my $10,000 investment. Technically my $8,000 investment. I'm about to double my money. All right, let's keep that going. I'll keep you up to date, and I'm actually going to do some live trades in the next video. All right, so stay tuned for that. That's all I got for you. Appreciate all the love and support. Let's keep growing this up. All right, we've already doubled our subscriber count since the last video. Let's keep that growth going. Let's keep the growth going in the portfolios. Good luck in yours. Until next time, Dalton the Sultan the Sway. Talk to you later. Peace.